In this video, we'll show you how to build a polite banner ad in the HTML5 ad builder. You can start from a blank ad or use one of the predefined templates. For this example, we'll go from a blank ad. First, we'll assign a name. This is the name of the ad that will appear on the platform, so give it a good name. For this, we'll use the campaign name, the ad type, and the size of the ad. Next, we'll select the format. For this, we'll be choosing the polite format. Now we need to select a dimension for the ad. You can choose one of the predefined sizes, or you can set your own using the custom option. For this demo, we'll use the 300 by 250 medium rectangle. Now click on the Create button. This will bring you into the AdBuilder interface. Here you will find your blank stage or ad in the center. On the top you will see the name of the ad and the type. It also shows the size of the ad. Across the top you'll see buttons to start new again, open existing ad, upload button for uploading the ad onto our platform, preview, and the asset library. On the left you'll find components which you can add to the ad. There's options for image, text, hotspot, HTML, buttons, shapes, image gallery, videos, and other social media. Underneath there is a layers menu which lists out all the components, and it will allow you to reorder elements in the creative. On the right there's the properties menu which has name, size of the ad, you can change the color of the stage, a place to upload the backup image, which for HTML5 defines the size of the ad in the platform, and a field for the click-through URL. Underneath that is the Actions panel. This panel allows you to add actions and animations to components on the stage. It also shows the timeline for all the actions underneath. For this demo, we'll be building a simple video ad for a car company. The first thing we'll do is add an image for the background. To do that, I'll use the image component. To add a component, all you need to do is click on the component. Here the image component has been placed onto the stage. If I double click on the component, two icons will show up. Here the image component has been placed onto the stage. If I double click on the component, two icons will show up. The first one brings up the asset library, while the second lets me upload an image directly from my computer. For this one, I'll load the background from my computer. Because I'll be using it as a background, I'll need to adjust the properties and size of the image. Firstly, I'll change the name to something more relevant. Here I'll put in background. I can set the size using these values here in the properties menu, and I can also set the position. The ad builder has already detected the image size to be the same as the ad, so I don't need to change this. But let's move the image so that it's over the stage. I'll adjust the X and Y coordinates to 0. Other things I can do here is set the opacity of the image. This will be useful for creating transparent images. I can also select a different image if I want to change this. There's another option here called Smart Item, which is used for dynamic creatives. You can take our DCO training if you want more detail on this. Next, I want to put in some text for the heading. Let's use the car model here. Click on the text component. Now I have a text box that I can put my heading in. I can adjust its properties, but I can also adjust the font, adjust its height and color, and put some styling to the text. There's also a way to adjust the line height as well. If I wanted to use a custom font from either my computer or from services such as Google Web Fonts, I can do this here. Let's put in Mazda CX-9 and make the font color white. Firstly, I'll type in my text into the text box. Now I'll change the color of the text. I'll change the size of the font to make it a bit bigger, and I'll adjust the line height so you can see all the text. I'll also give it a proper name. For this ad, I'll be adding a video component since this is a polite ad. To do that, I'll just click on the video component. Select the file like before. This time I'll use a video which I've already uploaded onto the platform. The video formats that can be accepted are WebM and MP4. Here I'll select my MP4 file. You can see it being added to the list of assets I already have in the creative. Here I'll select the video file and see it added to the stage. Now I'll resize and position this, and again change the name. On the Properties menu, I can also adjust settings to show the control bar, play muted, or delay the autoplay. I can also select an image to show when the video isn't ready to be played or has finished playing. I can also change the video if I want, and I can select a different video for playing on mobile devices. Next, I'll add in another text field to tell people to buy the car. Now I can preview the ad and make sure it looks fine. Click on Preview button at the top and it will bring up the preview window. I can now see the ad has loaded my video. If I click on the play button, the ad will play. Looking good, but the ad currently doesn't click through to anything. The main thing that we want now is to add a click-through, so it goes to a landing page. So let's do that. Firstly, I'll add in a click-through URL into the properties. Make sure it is the full URL path. There's two options I can use for the click-through. I can make it a button, which I can do by adding the button component here. Here you can see a button placed in the middle. I can customize this button by changing the text and font, but also what it looks like in the different states. Now for a lot of ads, we want the whole ad to be clickable, so we can do that by using hotspot. I'll get rid of the button and add a hotspot instead. Here I'll adjust the size of the hotspot to match the size of the ad, and adjust the position so it is over the top of it. I'll also put a proper name for the hotspot. An important thing we want for the hotspot layer is to be at the topmost layer, otherwise we'll have other components covering the hotspot. I can see it has already been added to the top. Now we want to define the action for the hotspot. We can do this in the Actions and Animations panel. We can assign actions for any component on the stage, in which in this case is a hotspot. Highlight the component. Click on Create New Event. You will see an event has been created for us. Click on the event drop-down and we can assign an action. You can have actions that happen on Add Load, Tap Click, Double Click, Mouse events. For this, I'll select Tap Click. Next, I'll need to select the action I want for this hotspot. There are a number of actions available to choose from. You can select Click-Through, which uses the URL defined in the platform, Custom Click-Through, which lets you set the URL here, Custom Interaction, which triggers any custom user tracking, mobile actions such as calling a number, SMS and email, and running custom JavaScript and video actions for a video player or animation. I'll select Click-Through for this one. Now back to the preview to test this. We can see the ad has clicked through, but unfortunately my video player can't play because the click hotspot is on top of it. So let's change the order of the layers. Now I can preview this again. Here I see my ad can click through. I can also press play to play the video. One thing we want, however, is for the video to autoplay, so let's change that option. Now I can see that our video autoplays. And the click-through still works. Now we are pretty much done with our ad. Before I can upload this, I must select the default image. We'll need to select the default or backup image. The default image is shown when the browser doesn't support JavaScript. Now that we're done making our ad, we can proceed to upload it by pressing the upload button. Here I can continue or go into the ad setup. Click on the ad setup, and you'll find all the settings have been carried over and saved for you. I can preview my creative again using the preview window. Here you can see the video is playing and the interactions are being recorded. This ends our tutorial on building a polite banner ad using the HTML5 ad builder.